review these new sign-up documents and make sure that that's where they want to.
What?
I say everybody needs to review this thing and make sure that that's what everybody wants to do. Because it's not in our purview to tell you what to do. We work for you.
Well, it's screwed up as a whole. It's out there it is right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Shit, I don't think anybody does. We're fixing to get it sorted out, folks.
All right.
One way or another, we're fixing to get it sorted out. Once Supreme Court, they did give that to a grand jury. And of course, there's been a couple of emails out on that, so probably starting tomorrow, she's back in, she'll be back off her vacation, and she had to take it when she agreed to do that.
Oh,
Donna Kozak.
oh, you got hurt from her? I didn't make heads or tails out of that whole damn thing she wrote.
Yeah, she volunteered to take that thing.
Have you got enough? You got enough for everybody?
I'm sorry.
Have you got enough, please? for
Yeah,
everyone?
no, that's all I got. Just, they're right now, we're just gonna review them and see where
Well,
we're
okay,
taking
we
it.
have to sign them tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you need copies, I can make copies off my printer at home,
Okay.
if you don't have enough.
Sure do that. Well, first off, we gotta prove it, know that that's what we're gonna do.
All right?
Well, I make what we're gonna sign those ones, since I don't want to part. I haven't heard the rest of them. And I want to know what the rest of them are before I sign them. After this mess. What's restored or never reference formula?
That's where it all came from. What I imagine is one of the things, there were several organizations, patriots in this country over the years. And there seems like there's always this Restore America plan was, it came from patriot groups that come together and form this plan. And that's what they were following through, and they got the forum together, where they came up with this Republic of the United States of America. And it had to come from somewhere. That's where it started. That's why just Tim Parker, there was a bunch of patriots from all the states got together to form a forum, and it all belonged to Restore
Yeah,
But we're gonna have Obama in for another 4 years.
Well, how can we have an election?
Obama, Roberts did, that whole thing
How
is
can we
planned
have
to
an
get
election?
Obama out.
Are we a group? Do we add a republic?
No.
You got that right.
Well, yes and no.
I think they're going the same
What
way.
they did,
I believe so, I think you got all
we
this.
said that had started right.
I don't know which one will be taking
As soon as
this.
they did the 27 in each state to notify the governors, they did that. But as soon as they started electing people, they did it wrong. They did them all. So president, vice president, so on and so forth. No, they did it wrong. But to put the 27 in each state, a general covenant, basically a general assembly, which is like what we have. They did that right. Right, Wayne? On how when they got this started. Put the 27 in each state, and they did that right.
Now, who's gonna vote to put a new president?
We are,
Wait, the people.
we the people. It's not gonna be done by electoral or electoral.
Well, I know that, but there's how many's gonna run? The people, who's gonna pick the people that are running?
No, we're gonna pick them.
Right. They basically,
Explain that statement. We're going to pick up.
The people.
people.
We need the people.
Just like,
Say we, we're talking about the people.
yeah.
Yeah, but like Patty White, they put all their friends in. They put all their friends up.
That's what's up there right now. They got themselves a good old buddies club.
That's right. But how do we know we're not gonna get another good old buddy club?
Well, you can't have that many friends in every state. Only in your local area do you have your friends, your good old buddies.
That's right.
And
The electing of the president and all that is not happening either.
We just got
The
to see
structure of the
actual
government has to be formed, and then you have elections. But all the states, or whatever, how many states it takes to form, and move on from there. The president thing is like the last thing to be done.
you can have a republic without a president.
Well, the whole system seems to be so corrupt, it's pitiful.
It is, very much.
Well, it's just like this new sign-up document.
What?
It's just like the new sign-up documents here. General has been doing that. That's not General's job. They got nothing to do with this whatsoever. Because you sign up into a state first, and that state then belongs to the republic. You don't sign up directly into the republic.
Well, now, to clarify something here, all the states originally had their own documents, their own state seals on those sign-up documents. We didn't have them because we didn't agree with the form that had that seal, the form Landing Bunch is using. I was on that form for Oklahoma originally, and had a little place down there in the corner for the governor to approve anybody that signed up. That's why we did not use it. We used the nationals or generals sign-up documents. They already had documents for the state official, all the states have, that I'm aware of.
Well, we changed that.
Right.
Where one individual is not gonna have to sign that thing, because you can get the 4 million people in Oklahoma. And you're gonna have one guy signing 4 million? No, I don't think so.
Wherever anything's a potential for some money to be distributed, you're gonna find corruption is gonna reign supreme.
Right.
And that's what happened. And I should have known that a long time ago with that son of a bitch up there. He kept telling me how much money he was gonna make.
They promised of it.
Well, I can tell you now, if funding does come down, Oklahoma's gonna reject it, because we're not gonna obligate the people for somebody to go spend money when the republic at this point in time is not even operational. All you can do is form it.
LaRue had nothing but dollar signs in his eyes for the past year, 2 years. been telling me, and I should have been smart enough to catch that a long time ago. That he was gonna get all of that pay for what he's done for the past 2 years.
Well, they have,
I told you one time that anybody that was really interested in the United States and its well-being wasn't interested in that money as much as they were in what was right and what was wrong.
Yeah.
Now, that's the way I look at it.
well, it also depends on your position too.
It depends on your position.
Your
because-
financial position. I've worked doing this for the last year and a half and wasn't doing anything else. We're just going full steam ahead with it. You know, and not really looking for the money to be there, but just, in the back of my mind, I said, well, that's what's going to be the saving grace at the end of this. We're going to get through it, but it was all lies, promises.
It might have been required that you do it.
Because I want something for everybody. And that's something I've always wanted.
That's what I said.
Yes.
But it comes to a point that those of us that are willing to take the time and the money to do this run out of time and money.
I'm not saying that.
Once you have to start running from here to California or here to making these trips,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be compensated.
they should be.
But what it should be, the main reason should be what it said about the
Not out of greed, that's what you're saying, I understand that, and I agree, so are just 100%.
That's what's got this whole country is greed.
The money there has to be some funding for individuals in the
I'm not saying
government,
there shouldn't be.
and we have to
What,
come up with that, and how we're gonna do that, but
That new world order that they're trying to get in, that's the big, worst thing that ever happened to this country. The worst.
it's never already got a foothold in a big time. They've had it for a long time, actually. Since the 60s,
I didn't realize, of course, Bob, when he was alive, he wouldn't watch the news. I didn't have a clue what was going on out there.
That speech that Kennedy gave, last one he gave, they got him killed, that was because of the New World Order.
Mm-hmm.
And he was letting people know about it. He didn't like what was going on.
Yeah. And he was fixing to do something that they didn't want him to do.
Shut down the Federal Reserve, I think it was.
Mhm.
we were talking about Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the money was going back into the Treasury, U.S. Treasury, out of the Federal Reserve. And not allowed, according to the law, which is the New World Order bankers. Still bankers with the New World Order plan, is what it is. But yeah, Turner, in essence, is saying it's a New World Order republic. Yeah. And with him as the king, dictator. And he's got everybody in place and all of his good old buddies. And I'm here to tell you this, the more you learn and read about in the Constitution about what a republic is, the further he is from it.
Well, they've got a new thing going now, that the Democrats are not going to let Obama run for president.
No.
They're going to put Hillary Clinton in. But according to the Constitution, you cannot put somebody else in. If he resigns, you can't put somebody else in.
Well,
I don't care what anybody says, it's not, you can't do it.
she's been running the country anyway.
Yeah, but that's all right, let her run it. But she's in name only.
Yeah, yes.
You guys really think she's running this country?
No.
That's correct.
I don't think Obama is.
Obama's being led around all right, but it damn sure ain't about Hillary.
Try George
She ain't got no
Soros
hand for
this
it.
week.
Soros is running the Obama right now, bad,
Handling the state job she can't, no.
Oprah Winfrey got
I
Obama
agree.
elected. He wasn't supposed to. When she threw in with him, he got every black vote there was.
Well, that was a given factor when he ran. That's,
Till then, he was an Uncle Tom.
He's not even the first
but
black president.
the thing that bugs the shit out of
Nobody
me,
seems to pay any attention to that.
the verified
One of
agreement.
them was sold, his brother or his dad was sold as a slave. Was it Jefferson? Who was it? The
has black blood.
What I say, he's got black blood too, if they did.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't mean.
It does, so he's not the first black president. He's not
Well,
the
no,
black
Jefferson didn't have black blood.
I know.
But his children that he swept was slaves, had black blood. Yeah, so his immediate family tree.
There's one of them had black blood. I'm gonna find him.
It makes no difference.
It does when he.
Honesty and integrity is the only thing that makes any difference.
What?
Honesty and integrity is the only thing that compensate us.
Well, they're gonna have to look for somebody else to get it, because then they're gonna find it if they're on the hill.
I'm not that, Cole has nothing, no bearing with me.
No, with me neither.
Well,
When
they
they left,
don't care. They be purple
we
with
can start let someone else talk.
No.
When they left Arkansas, they were almost $1 million in debt. Now they're worth $300 million. Now where the hell did they all came from?
From the Clintons?
Who are you talking about?
No, the people that left Arkansas. Bill Clinton.
Right.
He was in debt almost $1 million. If I get that information, they time even want to pull it up. So when he went to Washington as president, now he's worth $300 million. Now where the hell do you think he got it?
Well, let me ask you a question. Obama didn't have the money to come to the United States where he figured he got his.
Same way. It's all greed.
It's not real.
No, there's
It's
somebody up there pushing
him.
that.
Somebody
He's a puppet.
groomed and paid for.
That's exactly what he is. He's
Oh.
somebody's pulling the
He's
string.
a rich puppet.
And he's gonna be rich.
When he gets out of office, he'll go to Africa and become a black king over there.
Oh, he ain't going to Africa.
Oh, they'll kill him over there.
They don't like it there, what he's
They
done.
don't like Americans, black or white over there.
No, because the whites control about half of it right now. Never like that a bit.
With presidents where Clinton just got his money. And they said, hey, Grover. The Presidential Archives Museum. The whole time he was president, 80 years, all that historical stuff is in that museum. They charge you to go in there. Clinton. All the presidents have a museum.
Yeah.
Archive museum. And as soon as they're replaced by another president, then they go on a speaking tour.
Oh, sure.
And $50,000-$75,000 a speech. Yeah. And sometimes up to $1 million. So, you know, over the number of years to get $300 million, yeah,
No problem.
no problem, yeah.
Well, they get pension for life too, salary for life, and they're after they've been.
Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, they give it to Obama.
Wasn't that it though?
Oh, there's $1 million there.
What did they get it for?
Huh?
He doesn't know. He doesn't have a clue what he got it for.
I didn't even know that. We don't watch the news, we haven't got
They
it.
certainly did. That's what made him a joke to me. After that, I thought it was really a prestigious thing.
Well, both of them.
No, it's supposed to be, that's right. He made a joke out of it to me. And what the heck has he ever done?
He made a reason for it, and not for a while, isn't it? Why would he do it?
Well,
Sent the Buster Winston Churchill back to him.
There's no way that Romney
It's
can
a rub back there.
beat
Some things that he says,
Obama. There's no way. Because the Southern Baptists and all of the evangelical people are not going to vote for Mormon because they think it's a credit. It's a that sign.
If it means anything,
Get sick.
Obama was not invited to the Bilderberg meeting this year, and Mitt Romney was. And if that holds what has been done in the past, he will be the president because they always have been.
Well,
I don't think Romney can beat it.
Well, if it was a lawful election, it probably couldn't. But if you think your vote counts in that election, think again.
That's right.
It does not count.
I'm gonna tell you something else.
I've tried to tell you.
Tom Comish, looked on totally quit, it does not work on here.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot, well,
So I could see somebody was calling, and I didn't recognize the number. Whose phone were you using?
mine.
Was that your cell phone number? I didn't recognize it, but I knew it had to be you trying to reach me.
Yeah, that's real good.
So I was only out there a couple of minutes.
But you know one thing? Who is the Bilderberg? Who is the Bilderberg?
Bilderbergs, yeah.
I don't know, they're part of the Illuminati group.
Now, the thing is, you're going into the computer and saying, how many communists are in the American government? How many socialists are there? They can tell you the name of her. But I asked them about the Bilderberg group, and they couldn't tell me nothing.
Well,
They keep it secret.
Yeah, it's pretty much a secret who they are.
Read it. It's called Bilderberg Group, and it shows pictures and documentation.
Yes.
Where?
Who makes those meetings?
Where'd you get that?
A friend of mine did it to me.
Well, I couldn't get it from the computer.
the whole
You
group,
can look at it.
the whole group of them, there's only about 6,000 of them total in the whole world
I know.
of the money people.
No, they're afraid they're going to be hurt. That's why they're fighting so hard.
But the reason why you don't know who they all are is because the women that started out with the Illuminati, the women married off into different names, but they still carried they still got the heritage there. So that's how all the different names come into this
The
fight.
Bilderberger was actually a big hotel that they all met in. So it's not just the Bilderberger name. It is a community or a group. And they call it the Bilderberger. It's not just that the Bilderberger family. It was originally named after this place I met in that book.
Pretty much the families that attended the Jekyll Island group, or their families generations later, are part of the Bilderberger group also.
Well, the Kennedys are deep into it, I know that. And so is
Almost every president and almost every official that's been in the government is related to it.
yeah. One way or another.
Nixon, Kerry, Bush. Bush is actually, he's actually related to the Queen of England.
Well,
There's a connection to the Queen of England with the Bushes.
why you don't doubt that a bit.
Yep.
She's one of the richest people in the world.
Yeah, I just read an article last week, the connection of all of those back to the Illuminati and the Queen of England.
They're all going to be serfs. They want to push us all down and shut your mouth and just do what you're told.
Well, they were doing that and getting along fine with it as long as the money was going their way. But the money situation is beginning to crater for them. I just read an article yesterday that there's some hackers that's got into about 200 of the world banks. Yeah, and they have taken billions of dollars off of them, and no trace at all where it went.
That's
Power to them.
Scary.
I hope they did it all.
Reading this book, it's not a bloodline, it's a who's who.
Yeah.
Doesn't have anything to do with them.
Well, yeah, but the Kennedys and the one that buried into it was a fade out in the war. And, what the hell was his name? He buried the big family in Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember who they are. I don't remember what the name is right now.
Onassis.
No. The guy was a lieutenant commander in the Navy. It was a telling how great he was, how much big a hero he was. He was nothing.
Hi there.
He was all lies. He built his whole life on that. But he married into a lot of money. And the pineapple people. And now he's part of this whole group.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they're worth over $1 billion.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Mr. Chair, they're now,
They probably have to be a billionaire to be in it.
You need any more copies of this?
I'll tell you what, no, they really don't need to make a whole bunch of everybody just review those things because we don't know what we're gonna do on them. It's up to everybody what they wanna do. It's our suggestion. what we're
Separate
gonna
this
do.
from Turner, that one here, we should sign that right now.
Yeah.
I want to sign that.
I do too.
Well, we can get some more copies.
All these documents should be signed, not my opinion.
I should,
That's what I'm paying
should have done.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I came.
Yeah, we just make them a new one. Because I'll tell you what, I've already resigned to the Republic. I'm not part of that mess.
You need it, I don't want to.
I'm not gonna take on their obligations, we done got the more of the, I'm gonna do
That's
that.
not what I said about this.
Well, I'll go make 5 copies of each. That
Okay.
should be plenty for everybody. And I'll be right back.
How you doing?
Good, for an old guy, I'm hanging in there.
No, me too.
I didn't see the, affidavit. Accusing yourself of taking yourself out of 10 Turners.
Yeah.
This is what I got, this kind of thing.
I'll be right back.
There we go.
I thought this was just the affidavit for, I'm going to precinct.
Oh, this is,
That's all I got. And the application. This notice is what I got.
Carver in my house. I lost 6. The last 2 of the old were set. Virus. It's higher
I know, it's good.
If you ever had anything on your property, animal died, Barbara, that the virus lasts, it stays in the ground 7 years.
I don't even know what it is. I know it's dog sickness.
Cast and carry.
blood cells, red blood cells and white blood cells that's not attack the body.
Yeah, it won't get out.
Immune deficiency.
Yeah, eats
I don't
up,
know.
eats up, eats up the.
And that they have really.
You went out in case stop it.
Well, we can help them with everything. We got two spots.
Intravenously, orally,
Lost it.
just hydrated.
I know when an animal gets poisoned, that poison destroys the lower intestine. Out in cave, not that. Charcoal.
Well, we didn't know what it was for quite some time. It might talk about it.
They told us, he tested mine. Well, I should have said it was negative for her. The next day, the woman that bought the night came in with hers.
I'm gonna order a
He
copy.
said ours had Barbara.
I've been hanging it around.
It had come from out there where she's at.
She's keeping track of it, and read it.
2 weeks before that, 2 weeks after.
John's got the documentation, the pictures and all.
On the woman that bought my one before her, I've spoken to her and hers is fine.
He wasn't supposed to know that it was that, so I found out. I went to Aunt Cameron, whoever authored that book,
That was pretty easy, you know, down there in the.
Daniel.
That's me.
You have it on your sheet, you have it on your sheet, we kept
I
that.
don't know where he's from, you.
And get it on, and cut
No,
had.
I was telling there, I forgot, it's been a while.
I'll be very careful.
I didn't read it word for word for word, but
It broke my heart. Put a little sugar in the hospital. 3 days, 2 days.
IV.
John Kerry's the one I was
Right
trying to
about that.
One way I get my dog, to give her her medicines.
Oh, yeah. If they would eat, because they would even eat.
She wouldn't eat nothing, period. And I tried to shove it down the throat, I didn't work. So we got a hot dog, still got about the clutch and shoved it down in it, and I just kept on messing with it, nice.
Goodness, one of those, there might be some people
I
that
think
need
first-
contact.
The day it went by, she started eating hot dogs. Which, I think it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
They're not new, they're
I used to do,
Yeah.
birthday is at the site for the peanut butter. Just get one piece of bread.
Well, I tell you
Peanut
what,
butter on it and sprinkle with
it's amazing that
It's cold over.
if people back in the day, they don't want that much.
They love peanut butter.
Yeah, she loves me.
American Voice Military
They
Action.
little sandwich, kind of
This is the only thing good
sandwich.
for them.
And then cut the fingers and that.
This is what's going on now.
With the pork.
Allergic cause all freedom of Americans.
So they come up and
To assist in the
peanut butter
effort
sandwich
to
now.
restore constitutional.
Cocaine ones that stand the weapon from it.
That's responsible for some of that.
He's,
But it's just nice to taste medicine, because it's sticky, it's sweet. That's how I get
And no that you have critical
it.
issues. Anyway, these are people that's trying to educate to the Constitution and have for years.
the little ones are lovely and hell on a beat on. And the little.
Government grants are un-American.
She's doing road, she's doing
One
better.
county
than
sheriff
else.
is a
She's a little
CLEO.
smaller. But she just got this bundle of joy. You know,
And then
every
it's
tail
Phoenix.
miles an hour.
Phoenix, yeah.
Three World Wars, all playing the century.
Man, I leg was fired.
We got, that's what we got, so,
And big old
Well,
brown
we're
grass
the-
fires.
oh, really?
I wish we feel like doing that every day. The best thing in our favor, of this whole thing, is publicity.
We got loads.
Make the people aware, everybody aware of what's going on. If you can buy more publicity than ever live with, that's more.
I've moved some stuff out there, moving stuff around.
This is Waco and Ruby
When
Ridge.
we first moved in there, I was there.
You're on.
I lived there.
An overview of critical issues.
And pulled all them rocks out there, all the driveway now. There were, I found 9 black widows in there.
They have a plan.
They get one in the night, the corner of the night, you know, outside, and the,
Well,
whether.
but it's interesting, it's interesting that within this last week, all the chemtrails quit.
What?
All the chemtrails quit. No more chemtrails.
I know that, but why?
Don't know,
They slack off at times, but they never quit.
don't know.
I got to notice on that, my refrigerator, I can't remember what happened, but, well, it can't.
Could be they diverted the funds on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Could be they running low on funds because the banking system is in money trouble. Their banking system is in money trouble.
Oh, I guess most of the banking systems are going to trouble around the world.
All of them is trouble around the world. Could be that they've already got done what they wanted to do.
Things stopped. I was worried
Or
about
it could be that they weren't getting the effects off of it, for the money they were spending. Who knows?
I don't know.
Usually if it gets bad rain, they're crisscrossing
It's got
everywhere.
a section on getting off the grid.
Go out there.
They
You never heard
They
about
do know that
it?
it was funded and operated by the CIA. They know that last week they posted in Evergreen is the name of it.
Well, Sunday.
The company that's doing all that.
Rain. They're, I think they're back.
They know where the funding was coming
Lanes
from.
there, crisscrossing in different directions, spraying those chemtrails. It's
I don't know.
aluminum, barium, and something put in the air.
Kill me.
It gets into
But
your
they
water,
never
your food,
bring
breathe it.
kind
But
of.
guys, I'll tell you what, I try not to deal with that much, because it's the problem is out there. I've spent about 2 or 3 years, I really got to the heart of it, and and I'll put it in something here, the whole government. Any part of that thing you want to look at, like they was wrong with it, where they went astray with it. Because I studied that for about 3 or 4 years, and I quit it because there's no fixing it. The whole thing was started, it was founded on a hoax to start with because of the corporation. We were sold out. George Washington was the first sellout. We didn't win that war. They gave it to us and turned around and enslaved us. When you stop and look, that England had already conquered 3/4 of the world. You think they couldn't come over here and thump our door in a heartbeat? But it was a sellout.
I don't know about that, I haven't read enough of that. I
That
read
matrix,
50 books.
I sent you that matrix in the Constitution.
I read 50 books in the past 3 months, and still don't know what the hell is going on.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're not going to learn all that overnight what's wrong with the de facto, because baby, there's every part of that thing they're going straight with.
I'll buy this book and I bet you I'll read it in 3 days.
So this is probably the crookedest, most deceitful government in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't you let it be that way, damn it?
A year ago, before I really come to the conclusion of all this, and how the guy got my email, I have no idea. I got an email from a guy in Russia. And where he got mine, I don't know. But he addressed me and the American public. He said, "You people are the dumbest people on the face of this earth. You think you live in a free nation? Stop and look around, baby. You're worse slaves than what we are in Russia."
I wrote that.
And I read that thing, and I said, and it didn't really dawn on me at that time what the guy was telling me. But baby, when you look around, he is exactly right.
When you get something like that, just forward it to me. Let me go over it.
Yeah, I'll send you that matrix in the
More
conversation.
about what's going on here.
Did you know that Franklin Roosevelt was assassinated?
I wouldn't doubt that.
He was because the guy that wrote, the judge that wrote that matrix in the Constitution, he researched the thing out. The guy was the Undertaker's son, was living in Louisiana, and he went down there and interviewed him, and he said, and they had a closed casket funeral of the Franklin Roosevelt, and the reason why is because they couldn't figure out how to cover the bullet hole in the middle of his forehead. Oops. Whoops. That's what happened.
Well, I would just assassinate the son of a bitch in the White House right now if I can get to him. Amen.
Well,
I would kill him in your minute.
I'll tell you what, Obama's been a blessing to this country because he finished waking everybody up. I hope he gets it again. If they last that long, I hope he wins it again.
Well, look at, he's going to win it, for God's sake. Look at the son of a bitch that's running against him. He turned all his money over to one of the crookedest corporations in the country. They are been running this.
I watch a Russian television news station every morning. I don't listen to the crap here because you're not going to hear anything goes on. But if you want to know what's going on in this country, you can listen to that Russian news station.
They knew more about all that.
Their analogy of our government is, he said, they're not against the people of this country. It's the de facto corporation that they hate that's in everybody's face. But if you really want to know what's happening in this country, boy, you look up because they tell you what it is. They were talking about the election coming up in here, and he said, don't know whether the people have woke up to the point to know this or not, but he said it's one body with two heads. It don't make any difference if it's Democrat or Republican. It is one body. It just got two heads out
Well,
there.
that's so obvious, anybody ought to be able to see that. I can't even see it. If I could see it.
One is just a lesser of the two evils. The other one, yep.
That's what I've been telling him before I looked out on it.
You gotta be part of that party 40, or you're not gonna make it up there now.
I get so tired of hearing that, I can scream.
You know J.C. Watts? You remember who J.C. Watts was?
Yeah.
You know why he left there? He just got tired of their bureaucratic bull crap and said, buddy, take it and shove it. I'm going to the house. He walked out and left her.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame, hey, he's done more once he got here than nothing he can do up there. Fighting that crap.
He's a smart young man.
Yeah, he was a very smart young man, he's exactly right. And he did the right thing because if he kept on trying to do what he's doing, he's going to wind up with a planned accident somewhere. And that won't be the first one that happens. There's about 35 of them that have been done away with out there.
I would say at least that.
I absolutely firmly believe that Hillary Clinton pulled the trigger to kill Vince Foster. I think she killed him.
Who?
Vince Foster. He was part of the Rose Law firm.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
You know, he supposedly killed himself. He's left-handed and but he shoots himself in the right temple twice. Now, I firmly believe that Hillary killed him.
Right, that she had him killed. Bill Clinton's killed a lot of people.
Oh, man, I know. There's a guy don't live 25 miles from here killed his son. And he knows it. When they was flying over in the Mena airport when Clinton was a governor, that was a rope drop over Mena.
That's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I got a whole list one day from somebody that told about 30 people that Bill Clinton's had.
Well, there's 54 now.
There's
There's
54.
54 now.
You remember that?
Well, Hillary Clinton, out of the whole group that belonged to that Rose Law firm, she's the only one left living. Vince Foster was the next to last one, and she did him in.
It's just amazing.
But Clinton is related to the Bilderbergers. Clinton is related to the Bilderbergers. I don't know. But I read an article yesterday that gives the connection of Clinton, Nixon, all the way down the line. It probably came through one of the women off the Illuminati somewhere.
By blood or circumstance?
Pardon?
By blood or circumstance?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm 85 this year. Won't be a lot of years left. Let you guys worry about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know how many I got left, but whatever I do have left, I'm going to spend it trying to do amend and not necessarily try to do amend, but try to build something that's decent for this country.
Well, I've got kids and grandkids that.
Well, I'm going to
Because I've got grandkids, I've got great-grandchildren that right now, there's nothing out there for them unless it gets fixed.
I hate to see them go to school. That's pitiful.
It certainly is.
I guess.
Well, we got to get Oklahoma cleaned up.
Huh?
We got to get Oklahoma cleaned up first.
That's a pretty hard thing to do.
I really think that we're going to get that done.
You can't scrub a whole sewer with a toothbrush. And we're the toothbrush.
Yeah, that's right. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We have a senators and congressmen and they told me if they were going to enforce that law to get rid of the illegal aliens out of Oklahoma. Well, the whole chicken financing problem is all illegal aliens. Everyone that works in those plants up there plucking those damn chickens are Mexicans from Mexico.
Sure, that's exactly right. That's exactly
Go
right.
to Eden or
And they told me they were going to clean that up.
I just read an article yesterday that, California, I don't know, it's something like 93% of the wages in California that are paid out in cash.
Paid out what?
In cash.
Well, I can't figure it
Now,
out.
that's a good thing, but because, you know, the city of Stockton filed bankruptcy.
I know
Well,
that.
it,
I know, I'm well acquainted with Stockton, California.
Stockton, California.
yes.
And I'll tell you what, what broke Stockton was the valley down there that produced all of our produce that we can't get anymore because Diane Feinstein wouldn't let them have the water.
Well, not only that, they're shipping the stuff in here from the foreign countries.
That's right.
Do you know, China, Denmark built 6 super freighters. Super freighters that does nothing but haul containers from China to Walmart in the United States.
That's right. Well, a lot of that's because of Walmart.
And they go back empty. We're not sending anything back. They go back empty.
Yeah,
And they come in loaded. That's why we don't have any economy. I also hear on the Russian station, because Russia and China, boy, they're just like that. They got war games going. They're playing war games together now. But I hear from both of them that Russia and China, both, that the economy is booming.
Well, do you know that China built a city in Idaho?
Is what?
Built a city in
Oh,
Idaho?
I don't doubt that.
And they got 2 more plans for the United States somewhere, and they're going to spend whatever it takes. They're going to, thousands of acres that they're buying up, and they bought it in Idaho, and they're building houses and businesses all over the place. And to sell goods from China.
Well, God, that's even that much more of a reason why we need to get the republic put together. Because once the republic is here, a sovereign is the only one that can own land here. A corporation can't own land.
Well, we got 2 concentration camps within 50 miles right here now. What are you going to do about that?
Well, Green Bay Packaging, not 20 miles from here, owns a whole bunch of stuff. That's a Japanese company.
All right, and when Mary and I know about where it is, there's a training camp here for Muslims. Have you noticed how many more black people are around here? They're all brought in here to go to Muslim training camp.
Sure they are.
They get out of prison, they come here.
Well, guys, the only thing that has kept this country is as close to in our hands as it is right now is the fact that we're all armed.
That's right.
That's all that keeps us from attacking. That's why the Japanese, they could have come into San Francisco during World War II. Because they scared to death the citizens.
Exactly right. There's 7 states, and we're not even part of that. And a lot of that's some of the eastern states. There's 7 states that constitute the largest army in the world. And how they determined that was by the amount of hunting licenses that was sold.
I say more power to them.
Oh yeah, you doggone right. They have pulled about every trick in the book trying to get their guns, but they're not going to get mine.
I wish I was younger to get involved in it because I would stick with it, but I'm just beyond it.
Just participate. Just participate. Because I'll tell you now, we're not going to lead you astray with it.
Well, I'm going to Utah this fall, and I'm going to stake my claim because everybody, I didn't know the way to get any help.
Well,
without giving it away.
I told James to tell you that I'm working on the land patent process, and I'm going to learn that thing from the inside out.
You're going to learn what?
I'll do that for you because I've already researched this thing some. I don't know, because if you will perfect that land patent first, there is no taxes or nothing. You are total tax exempt.
Well, I know that. I know that in 50 years.
But until you get that done, doggone it, old uncle, old IRS will be right on you, boy.
I got everything I got it all whole. I got it all in file.
Good.
But it's not going anywhere because I don't have the ability to do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll help you, I will help you perfect that land back, because don't want nothing to get away there. Don't want the government to get a hold of it.
Well, shit, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with the money if I got it.